Welcome. I'm Cass, and this is your general and love forecast for the month of 17. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If this reading doesn't resonate with you, then I recommend watching your forecast videos for your Sun, Moon, and Rising combinations. Sometimes you feel like you resonate more with your Moon, sometimes it's your Sun, and sometimes you resonate with all three, so do what you feel is best. I've already shuffled your cards, and without further ado, let's get into it. Okay. And back of the deck, we have Eight of Wands. That's a fortunate card. Okay, right off the bat, maybe some of you are waiting for communications to come through about a potential sale or an investment of some sort. The investment would be something stable, because this is very much a business night, and it's most likely a money investment, but it could be anything. Let's continue. Here we have the Queen of Wands. She's in the reverse position, and this is you, Aries. This is your card, male or female, doesn't matter. Now, she is in the reversed position, so I'm feeling like you guys may be feeling a bit agitated, maybe a little argumentative. Maybe people are just getting on your last nerve. Maybe situations are arising that are causing you to be more agitated with people. Let's look closer. Now I see the Five of Wands reversed. So this signifies to me that you guys have been dealing with conflicts. And I think you guys are just kind of coming to the point where you're just like, you know what, let's just chill out, sit down and talk about this and communicate like adults in a mature way. Let's talk through our issues. So, all in all, that's good. No point in sitting there struggling and fighting and fighting and fighting. Sometimes we just gotta compromise and talk it out. Now, we have the Prince of Wands, or we could call him the Knight of Wands. He's in the reverse position as well. This would be another fire sign card. And this knight is, well, let's just say, in a ornery mood. He's feeling pretty argumentative. Things just simply don't seem to be going his way, and he's pretty irritated, to say the least. Maybe those messages concerning your investment or a sale, maybe they're just not coming through, or they're delayed, and you're becoming extremely agitated over it. Here we have the Five of Pentacles. Thankfully it is reversed. It is a good thing when all the fives are reversed. This is the card of poverty. Thankfully, when it is reversed, we no longer have the issue of poverty. Now, poverty can be actual financial poverty, but it can also be spiritual poverty as well. But with it being reversed, you're getting back out there. Maybe you've experienced some pretty rough situations here lately, financially, spiritually, maybe both. But you're getting back out there and you're doing what you feel you need to do, and things are starting to turn around in your favor. Don't lose hope. And here we have the Two of Swords, and it's reversed. This is our stalemate, trying to make a decision card. Now, once it's reversed, basically, we've made our mind up, and we're going to proceed. Hopefully it's the best course of action. Let's get to some clarifying here to see what else we can see. Okay, I could tell you want to be on top, so we're going to make that happen. Okay. The Seven of Air. Here we go. We got our Knight of Wands right here and right here. This is good. Okay, let's see what we have on the bottom of the deck. And we have the Ten of Fire, which would be the Ten of Wands. Okay. Alright, this is why I didn't want to go into too much detail. You never know which way these things are going to go sometimes. Okay, this investment, the sale, investment opportunities, whatever it may be, well, there's definitely a cloud hanging over it. We have the Seven of Air here, and this is not a good card for an investment. This is essentially Seven of Swords. And we'll read the card. It says, plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, and poor timing. Now, to me, this card represents someone stealing away with something that is yours, and, well, I could definitely understand why you would be so ornery. It's making a whole lot more sense here. So you definitely want to be on the lookout for someone who is out to get you, out to get what you have. So you don't want to get conned. So should any investments come up, especially if they sound too good to be true, you really need to be careful. Okay. Now we have the Nine of Air. And this is what I would call the nightmare card. Expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, and sleepless nights. Hence the nightmare card. You could literally be having nightmares. A lot of people are experiencing that particular issue right now. A lot of things going on in the world. But this card is definitely, it brings some pain. And the air, swords, they all represent the mental state. So sometimes we can perceive things to be worse than they really are, and sometimes they're just as bad as we are perceiving them. Our perceptions are correct. So I can definitely understand why you guys may be feeling a bit off and pretty agitated. I mean, when she's reversed, she's feeling pretty bossy and dominant. But she has a good reason. She's pretty upset. She's going through a lot. A lot is going on in her life. It's affecting almost all aspects of your life. Now, I can tell that there is definitely some major boredom and discontent. This was our conflict in finally sitting down and resolving things maturely and resolving things in a constructive way, talking things out. And we have the Four of Water, which is Four of Cups, missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. The possibilities are all around you, but you are just feeling discontent with your station in life at this moment. I can totally relate to this myself, and I think a lot of people in the world can right now as well. But this could also be discontentment with a family member. This could also be discontent with someone that we are having a relationship with, but there is a love bond with the person that we've got some confrontations going on with here. Now, at least we're finally getting somewhere positive here. Now we have the Empress. This is just an absolute blessing. An absolute blessing. The harvest is in. It's beautiful. This could actually be a pregnancy card as well. For some of you women who want to have a baby, you may already be pregnant. Or you might be getting pregnant this month. Or you could simply be giving birth to a new idea or concept to change your situation around. This can be looked at in different ways. But let's keep going. Okay, and now we have the Knight of Fire, which is the Knight of Wands, for the Five of Pentacles reversed. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence, and think things through carefully. I can't stress the thinking things through clearly enough. Being a fire sign, you tend to react impulsively sometimes. You make your decisions quickly. Sometimes you say things without fully thinking them through. But things are very positive also with this card. So let's focus on the positive, shall we? You might be getting ready to undertake an adventure, a journey, and it could very well be an unexpected one. You might have a change of residence. Things are coming up. Knights are always they're ushering in new changes, new situations. And this is a positive change. You might have a change of residence. It's always possible. And, this could also represent, especially seeing as how we have the Five of Pentacles in reversed, it's the poverty card. With the Knight of Fire upright here, this could represent a generous friend or a lover who's willing to help you. Maybe that's financially, maybe it's financial, emotional, but either way, this friend can be quite devoted and they are willing to help and give their assistance. And if this is the case, I would most definitely say take them up on it. But either way, I see positive changes coming. Okay, Page of Earth, which would be Page of Pentacles. Good news about financial matters. Wanting to do something more challenging in a new area of study. The Page of Pentacles is basically the student. A lot of people would say it's someone, it can be someone that is of a younger age, a child. But it is someone who is young, of course, but they are focused on studying in higher education. But maybe we end up getting some good news come through about a particular job or investment that we've been waiting on, or a sale. I mean, this definitely seems far more financial to me. Let's go ahead and go to our bottom cards here. First, we have the Eight of Wands, which is absolutely excellent. There's fast movement. Things are going the right direction. This card can denote love as well. But it could also be more financial opportunities coming your way. But unfortunately, then we have the Ten of Fire here. And I feel like you're getting what you want at the end here. But once you have what you want, it feels like it is an extremely heavy burden to carry. Like maybe you have taken on too much work. Maybe the investment is more work and more money than you thought it was going to require. It would definitely help if you would take help from others, because you do have people that want to help. Hence the Knight of Fire, Knight of Wands. You do have people who want to help, and you need to let them help, because you can become so out of balance with so much of a burden on your shoulders. One could say you have way too many irons in the fire here. So, and this also leads to stress. I mean, this is a lot of stress. I mean, it's like it's like carrying a backpack with as many heavy rocks as you can find, and you're just trying to walk for miles and miles with them on your back. Well, that's what the stress is doing to you, and you've got to try to put some of those. You need to put all those rocks down, Aries. At least unload some of them, but I get it. So, all in all, there is definitely an investment of some sort, or a possible sale, whether you're trying to sell something, maybe you want to buy something, hence the investment. But it's an investment that is something that is solid. I just see a lot of negatives and then a lot of positives. Like, you get what you want, but then once you have what you want, you're exhausted because you feel like you've bitten off more than you can chew. And that can definitely lead to a short fuse. Okay, let's see what we have in store for your love horoscope. Okay, bear with me here. I'm going to push these cards up just a bit. Okay, we have release your ex. Stay optimistic about your love life. And true love. Wow. That's looking fabulous. Okay, I can't help it. I'm being directed back to these cards here real quick. I want you to know that these are goals that you're going to obtain. It's a good thing. Granted, there is a feeling of oppression due to it, a heavy load, but I don't want this to deter you off of your path. Aries is pretty stubborn, so you guys will do what you want to anyhow, so. But I want you to know that things are good. You're going to achieve some goals that you've been wanting to achieve, and more than likely these are going to be financial goals. And while it may be a heavy burden, I think it's going to pay off in the end. Now let's continue. Now, as I laid out these cards, immediately release your ex is the first card. And I really want to just throw this right here, because the Queen of Wands, she's feeling pretty argumentative. She is in a bad mood. And to me, it looks like you've been provoked. And the Nine of Air here, this speaks of despair and loss as well. And maybe this loss needs to be your ex, because this card is calling for you to release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Some people become a drain on our energy when they no longer serve a good purpose in our life. And sometimes we need signs like this to let us know we've got to cut that cord and just keep it moving. Some people are just not worth your time. And they're not worth your energy and your love, especially when the love is not equal. We can't be having that. No way. But I really feel like it's tying in here, because this is a loss and you're clearly upset. Extremely upset. And I feel like you're having a lot of issues potentially with your lover or your marriage partner. And I think you just might be at that crossroads right here as well, the Two of Swords, that you just need to make that break. It's time to go. It's time to get them moving. You deserve better. And you're going to have better. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. But you must first release that ex to make room for the true love that's coming your way. Now let's clarify these. There's those wands again. Alright. Well, now, I'm seeing that some of you are going to be pretty resistant when it comes to letting go of this ex. We have the Six of Swords in reversed here, which means you're staying in a bad situation when you should be moving away from this situation and trying to start anew. But when we have the Six of Swords reversed, we're just digging our heels in further and refusing to quit. I almost feel like a judgment card should be here, because you need to hear those trumpets for the judgment. I mean, there's a call here. You've got to come to terms with this ex is not good for you. And I'm sure that some of you love this person, but just because you love someone doesn't mean that you can make it work, and it doesn't mean that if you just keep devoting yourself and keep waiting that this person will turn around and change their behavior, and then it's not going to happen. So I would really like for you to help yourself out and release this ex. It's not going to work, and the more you fight it, the more it can become an issue. Now stay optimistic about your love life. Now we have the Eight of Wands yet again, but this time it's reversed. And so now we may be experiencing a delay, and you need to stay optimistic. Delays can happen, you know. It's just a part of life. I know that the Aries energy is not do so well with being patient. But there's a call to be patient. And you definitely got to watch your emotions. I mean, there's a certain amount of anger contained within this card being reversed. You know, to where you could potentially be angry that you're by yourself and just waiting. Or maybe you see others getting what they have been waiting for, and it just kind of ruffles your inner feathers, so to speak, and makes you upset. But you gotta have faith. It's gonna happen. And you gotta watch out for conflict and jealousy. Jealousy and conflict, these can be some biggies. So maybe you find somebody you're interested in, and maybe you don't make it exclusive. I mean, obviously it's not going to be exclusive immediately. Watch out for conflict and jealousy. Competition could come up, but you got to be smooth about this. Now, true love. And here again, we have the Five of Wands in the reverse position, which we have right up here as well. So, maybe you finally realize I need to stop fighting with myself. Maybe I need to stop getting in my own way. Because maybe some bad behavior comes up here. And maybe this is to make you see that, okay, I really gotta modify behavior and learn to deal with things more constructively. But when you do that, look at what you're going to get. It's all going to be worth it. It just seems that you're going to... It seems a lot of you are struggling. So yes, we have positives and negatives, but that is natural in life here. And so again, there's definitely an opportunity, an investment of some sort, but you really, I'm going to go back here. I want you to be careful. Be on the lookout. You don't want anybody to steal from you or con you, because that's always a possibility. Or maybe somebody, say, maybe you're trying to get a job and maybe somebody steals it out from underneath of you when it should have been yours. I mean, this can play out in so many different ways. But there is a financial aspect here. Clearly there's a lot of emotional discontent, and there's emotional pain and loss as well, you know. So, and depression's a big one too. And when you're depressed, that just never puts you in a good mood. So but that's the great thing about change. And Aries, you really know how to embrace change much better than most signs. So I know you're going to be okay. But I would like for you to try to be positive. It's going to be a heavy month here. We've got the financial stuff. We've got emotional stuff. And we have inner conflict stuff going on here. So you got to remember this is general, plus we have love down here, but I always pay attention to all of the cards, because just like this one, I mean, it really makes sense. So I go off intuition. So but overall, I've got to say that I think things are going to work out well for you. You're definitely going to achieve some long held goals. I mean, that's fabulous. I mean, at least in the financial aspect of it, but it could also be love as well, you know? Most likely financial, but, you know, the possibility for a new love interest is always there with this card as well. But for now, I want you to keep your chin high and please keep the faith and be optimistic and do your best to try to control your anger, and you will come out very bright on the other side. Until next month, I wish you blessings of healing, prosperity, and love.